Nakakatuwa, hindi nakalimutan na sila yung babaeng gumawa ng parang these 12 stone necklace and
Ladies and gentlemen, the program will begin in 1.5 minutes. Please take your seats. Go to slide 1.
Hope, the vital component that fuels dreams and ignites possibilities. Then, 3 cups of flour, the mass of hearts and minds of those in need, ready to take shape. Next, we add the flavors, stirring in new ideas with training and resources that bring new ways of thinking and add new possibilities. A scoop of investment, the yeast that allows these new ideas to rise into being, taking them to new heights and unlocking the potential within. A spoonful of love, the trust in each other that binds it all together and makes us as one, our smiles radiating the taste of hope. Then we mix, we stir. The hard work of every family, the commitment to persevere, and turn into reality what we didn't think was possible. The last ingredient is you. You are the one who lights the spark of hope, starting the fire that burns brighter and hotter to cook to completion this creation. As the aroma of success wafts through the air, every element crystallizes and bonds together, bringing into being a new creation where hope shines through. The taste of new beginnings, the flavor of progress, that is our recipe for success.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to International Care Ministry's 19th Annual Hong Kong Banquet. My name is Louise, and it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you all this evening. Thank you so much for joining us here. We have a wonderful evening ahead of us, dozens of items to be won in our silent auction. We have a powerful keynote from ICM CEO David Sutherland, Inspiring stories from our participants, and our award-winning auctioneer, Christine, is here. But let me start with a word of thanks. Firstly, to our table hosts. If you are a table host and you're hosting a table tonight, would you please stand? Ladies and gentlemen, let's give our table hosts a round of applause. You are our heroes. You make this night happen, so thank you. Cheers to you. And also thank you to all of you, our volunteers, for serving tonight. And to all of you, whether it is your first time with us at an ICM event, or whether, like Mr. Tim Latour, you have been to every single one. Look at that photo from 2006. We are grateful that you've chosen to spend your evening with us. Thank you. I was just 20 years old when I moved to the Philippines to work with ICM, and I didn't know much about the country. I didn't know much about poverty. But in my 13 years with ICM, I have spent countless hours interviewing, talking with, traveling with, and serving some of the world's poorest people. I've cried alongside mothers. I've been inspired by the dreams of the young. I've done a lot of singing, and there has been a lot of laughter. But I have seen real need. ICM's focus is on the ultra-poor, those living at the very bottom of the economic ladder, many of whom survive on just 50 cents per person per day. But at ICM, we combine the best practices and the discipline of the business world with the heart of compassion of a Christian ministry, and the result is maximum impact for minimum cost. And across the country, ICM's amazing 700 staff, they're all watching us live now. They have served 2 million people in the last 3 decades, and I have seen the power in so many lives of hope. Hope inspires change, and tonight we have the opportunity to bring hope and change to thousands of lives, so thank you. Now, one of the most fun parts of tonight is going to be the action in the silent auction. I hope you had a chance to browse the amazing items outside. We have an amazing array of 108 items for you to bid on, and so to tell you all about them, let me introduce Gerard and Daryl. Now, I met Daryl 13 years ago when we formed the ICM Children's Choir. Daryl grew up in Bacolod City, but he's overcome the most difficult circumstances to graduate as a science teacher from La Salle University. He now serves on ICM's donor relations team. And many of you also know Gerard from the Philippines. Gerard has worked with ICM since 2011, and he's now serving us here in Hong Kong. So please welcome Gerard and Daryl.
Good evening, everyone. It's so great to see you all tonight. And for this special evening, we have amazing trips, artwork, experiences, and jewelry for you to bid on. We have so many items that we divided them into 2 lots. The items in lot 1 will close in 8:30 after our main course. And the lot 2 items will close after dessert at 10:15 p.m.
All of the details are in your auction booklets, and they are also displayed in the foyer. In travel, you can win a trip to Cebu at the Crimson Resort and Spa, 5 nights in a brand new Nisako Chalet, or the JW Marriott in Macau. Or if you can decide, there are 100,000 Shangri-La points up for grabs, which can take you dozens of properties.
We have some amazing Filipino artists who have donated their work tonight. Memory by Migs Villanueva is lot 112. And Jinky Raya's watercolor picks up on tonight's banquet theme and is entitled The Visceral Power of Hope. There's beautiful jewelry available, 18K all around. The All for Love set is a Laponia gold ring, necklace, and earring set.
And here at home in Hong Kong, you can win a golf day with lunch at Clearwater Bay Golf Club, or take care of your spine and health with a package from well-adjusted chiropractors. All of the details are in your booklet. Luis will tell you all about how you can bid.
More from us later. I know some of you take this very seriously and are very, very competitive. So, happy bidding!
Thank you, Gerard and Daryl. Yes, we've got a lot of competitive people in this room. So to bid on our silent auction tonight, you need two things. You need your mobile phone and you need your bidder number. And you should have your bidder number on the little card which is at your place setting, and it should match the bidder number that you have with you, which is on an A4 sheet. Now, all of our bidding takes place on the Open Heart website. That's icm.oph.hk. And if you haven't registered yet, please visit that site, input your name, confirm your contact information and your bidder number, and you are good to go. So once you've signed up, you can start to browse on the catalog. You can scroll through the items on the website. The auction is open now. Click on the item you want, enter your bid amount, and here we have the all-important leaderboards, which will show you all of the current bids. If you get outbid in the silent auction, you'll receive a notification by text message, and it will tell you the new bid, so you can go back and bid again. We will be running a countdown to the end of the lot, and we will give you a 2-minute warning when we're about to close, but take it from me, don't leave it till the last minute. A huge thank you to our auction committee who enabled us to secure so many items and continue serving the poorest. And thank you to all of our auction sponsors, some of whom have joined us tonight, for your generosity too. And now it is time for the lucky draw. Now we have 2 chilled bottles of champagne ready to serve to 1 lucky table. Okay, so how can you win this for your table? All you have to do is make sure that you are registered with Open Heart, and we will be selecting 1 winner. So to make sure that your table has the highest chance of winning that champagne, you want to get as many of your table registered as possible. Winnie is standing by, and she will announce the winner in just a moment. But now it is my absolute pleasure to introduce Jessie Ng and Benny Chu Chen, who have been involved with ICM's Board of Advisors for many years. And if I could kindly ask you to quieten down at your tables and give your full attention. These are wonderful people, and they're going to tell us all about their recent visit to ICM in Dumaguete. Please welcome Benny and Jessie.
Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for coming tonight, and I'm sure the ICM team is so thrilled to see all of you. Dave asked us to share a little bit about our trip. So we've been supporting ICM for many years now, and Dave has been asking us, oh, you should come and see what we're doing there in the Philippines. And finally, we made the trip this past Easter. So it's not, what we did was we gathered a couple of our friends together along with our kids, and we made the trip to the Philippines. So we went to Dumaguete, and we stayed at a really nice hotel called Atmosphere, and you can see pictures of the hotel there. They set up a table just for us so that we can celebrate together. So on this trip, we really got to see what ICM does. All the donations and the support that all of us have been giving to ICM, we actually were on the ground, we went to the villages, we saw the training that ICM gives to the villagers and the people there, and actually see how their lives have been transformed because of ICM. So we brought the kids along so that they can actually participate, and which is actually a great thing for a lot of you who have families, is bring the kids along so that they can actually witness and experience what poverty is like. For, I think, many of us living in Hong Kong, we're in a bubble. We don't really see much. But for them to go into the village, to see how the people live, to see what ICM does. And one of the great parts of the trip was they got to experience, actually participate in doing some of the training. So that was an eye-opening experience for them. But, and so they spent time with the people there. They visited different villages. They played with the kids. They taught, for example, my son Joshua, he helped teach on malnutrition. So these are the topics that ICM is educating the people there so that they can start building better lives. Another important aspect was teaching them how to start a savings group as a community, as well as learning to work together to build a business. So these are great things that ICM is doing, and if you do get a chance, I really encourage you to go and actually see this at work. It's different, listening. Of course, listening to Dave is great here, right? But to actually be on the ground and actually see it working, it was an exhilarating experience. But in this trip, it wasn't just all work, right? So we also had a chance to enjoy the Philippines. Here we are. This is the, I guess, banana boat that we were on. The highlight really was us swimming with turtles. That's me, in case you can't tell. And then most of all, swimming with whale sharks. So that was really the highlight of the trip for the kids. So if you love nature and your kids love nature, this is a great way to combine some family time, some fun, and at the same time, doing some good for the community. So you can start signing up for next Easter, or any of the holidays that are coming up. Start planning with your friends at the table. So we really encourage you to do that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jesse and Benny. And as they said, later this evening you will have the chance to sign up to come on your own trip, and there is information in your booklets. But now let's see who is the winner of the lucky draw. Do we have it up already? Number 3112. Congratulations, you have won 2 bottles of chilled champagne to your table. Are you here, 3112? I can't see you, but I'm going to assume that you're going to... Oh, there she is, right over there. Congratulations. So now that you are all registered with Open Heart, it is time for the ICM quiz. Tim Chen at the ready. Okay, so you will see at your table, ICM's annual report is hot off the press. We're probably going to need a little bit of house light. And all of the answers to our quiz can be found in this report. So our prize, other than bragging rights, of course, is a brand new Bluetooth speaker. And so to win the prize, you can head to the Open Heart platform again, find quiz in the menu, and you're going to answer 4 questions. The first person to answer all 4 questions correctly gets the prize. And so here are those quiz questions. The first question is, which of these cities does not contain an ICM base? These are all cities in the Philippines. Is it Dipolog, Dumaguete, Dapitan, or Tacloban? The second question is, how many active savings groups are part of ICM's Prevail network? Question number 3 is, what percentage of Transform participants served by ICM in our programs are women? I can hear Tim Chen just saying, just guess. And the last question is, how many malnourished children did ICM cure in 2023? Okay, so I'm giving you a few seconds to get those answers in. As I said, the answers are all in your ICM annual report. You can get your answers in now. Let's see who is going to be the winner of the ICM quiz. Where is Winnie? Is she standing by? Do we have? Okay. I hope as you're looking through that annual report, you see something that catches your eye. No, Winnie will get it on her iPad. No one yet. Who's going to be the lucky winner? All right, we will wait for a few more seconds, and if not, we will announce the winner in a moment. All right, I'll give you another minute, but in the meantime, those of you who were with us in 2019 at our banquet may remember that we launched our international expansion into Uganda when we announced it here in 2019. But since then, we have actually opened ICM in a second country, which is Guatemala. And Omar Marican is running our operations in Guatemala, and he is on his way to the Philippines to spend time sharing and learning with our Philippine leaders and staff. But we thought that you would all enjoy meeting him because he's here in Hong Kong. Do we have a winner? Okay, wait, we'll wait. Hold the press. We have a winner. And it is 1505. 1505. 15. No. Oh, okay. He's disqualified. It was David Jones, who works for ICM. Okay. All right, we're going to second place. Second place, bidder 2507. Yeah. Congratulations, thank you so much. And you're sitting next to the guy who won it last year, so there you go. Congratulations. So we can go through those answers for you all. Very quickly, the answers are that ICM does not have a base in Dapitan. There are 3,939 active savings groups in our network. 87% of Transform participants are women, and we cured 2,143 malnourished children in the past year alone, thanks to your generosity. So thank you for playing. So those of you who were with us in 2019, remember that we announced our Uganda expansion, and as I said, we have now launched in another country, which is Guatemala. So Omar Marican is running our operations in Guatemala. He came on a huge journey to get here, and he is on his way to the Philippines to spend time sharing with our staff there. But we thought that you would all enjoy hearing from him, so please welcome Omar to the stage. And at his side will be the one, the only, the fabulous Deanna Sutherland, ICM Executive Director. Welcome, Omar and Deanna.
Good night. Good night.
Buenas noches. Good evening to you all. This is my first time in Hong Kong, and let me tell you that what an amazing city. I bring warm greetings from my wife and daughter back home. And of course, huge gratitude from the small but mighty ICM team back in Guatemala. We're based in the town named Coban, that is 6 hours away from the capital city. And currently we are into our 4th batch of a Transform program.
Good evening, everyone. We're so glad you're here. You know, launching in Guatemala was not easy. From the language to the terrain, every step of the way was challenging. But on every visit that we came down, we were just so impressed with Omar and how he's been leading the team of amazing, dedicated staff there. And we're so encouraged by the stories that we've heard. And in a year's time, we hope to be launching a randomized controlled trial to test ICM's effectiveness in Guatemala. So we're really excited by how it's going. But tonight, in just a few minutes, we're going to serve dinner, and we're going to give you a whole entire hour to talk to your guests at your table. So if you could just quiet down for a minute, we'll have our food out here just very shortly. At your table setting tonight, we're going to do something to help you to start thinking about world wealth and how it's distributed around the world.
So for our meal tonight, we're going to share a bowl of rice that the hotel staff are going to bring out now. When your table gets served a communal bowl of rice, please don't touch it yet. Just let it sit in the middle of your table for now.
So the hotel staff are delivering bowls of rice to your tables right now. And at your table setting, while they're delivering the bowl of rice, you may have noticed when you came that there are wooden spoons at every place setting, and they're all different sizes. Can everyone pick up their wooden spoons and raise them in the air? Excellent, excellent. You will notice they're all different sizes. 6 of you at every table have a tiny teaspoon, 5 of you have a medium-sized tablespoon, and 1 of you at each table has a big ladle. If no one at your table has the ladle, can the person closest to it please take it? Now, if you have the small teaspoon, can you raise that in the air? There should be 6 of you at each table. Well, congratulations. I've got really good news for you. You get to start eating tonight first. But the bad news is that you belong to the 50% poorest people in the world. You are the lowest 50% of the people in the world. So tonight, let's say the bowl of rice in the table represents all the wealth in the world. According to the UBS Global Wealth Report, the 6 of you at your table with the teaspoon should share 1% of that bowl of rice. Not 1% for each of you, but 1% split among the 6 of you. That means half of the world's population owns 1% of all the wealth counted in the world. There are 12 cups of rice in that bowl. That's equivalent to 576 teaspoons. 1% is less than 6 teaspoons, but we're going to be generous tonight and let each of you have 1 teaspoon of rice. So if you have the small teaspoon, please serve yourself a teaspoonful of rice from the bowl. It can be a heaping teaspoon, but only 1.
They're serving now, so
good.
let's give them a minute. So now, if you have the tablespoon, listen to this. You belong into the group that's wealthier than half of the world, but poorer than the top 8%. So you represent 42% of the world's population, and collectively, you own just 20% of the world's wealth. Our bowl of 12 cups of rice has 192 tablespoons. So together, each tablespoon owner get 3 heaped tablespoons of rice. So you can serve 3 of this in your plate.
So if you have the tablespoon, please serve yourself 3 tablespoons of rice. You get 3 tablespoons of rice each. Please serve yourself now. Give him a minute. Okay, finally, the lucky person with the ladle. There should be 1 of you at every table. 8% of the world owns 79% of the wealth. So everything left in the bowl belongs to you. You can put the whole bowl on your plate, or you can serve yourself with your ladle. It all belongs to you.
I know that you already took some pictures, but to remind you this dinner, you all have the gift of your spoon to take home with you tonight. So please take your spoon home with you tonight as a reminder of this special moment. Thank you.
Now, fortunately for all of you, this is just an object lesson. We will be serving everyone a real meal tonight, but we thought it would be interesting for you to see how the wealth is distributed around the world. And if the wealthy at your table wanted to share, they really could feed everybody at their table. So in a moment, the servers are going to come and serve the rest of our meal, but we would like to say grace before we start. And before we eat, we are inviting one person that is going to represent the three segments of society we've talked about tonight. So Senior Pastor Brett Hilliard from Island ECC, which is right here, he's going to pray for us from the perspective of the top 10%. Senior Pastor Michelle Bland from Union Church is going to pray from the perspective of the middle 40%. And Senior Pastor Andrew Gardner from the Vine is going to pray from the perspective of the bottom 50%. So let's all pray.
Will you please bow with me as we pray? Father in heaven, we pause tonight to thank you. We declare that you are Jehovah Jireh, the one that provides. And we thank you for all that you have provided. I thank you for the amazing educational opportunities that you have given me, for the health benefits, for the healthy body that I have, and the great doctors that care for me. You are the giver of all good things. I thank you for this wonderful network of friends that I have and all the opportunities that they afford me. You are the giver of all good things, and so we give you the praise. We thank you in Jesus' name. Amen.
We pray the Lord's Prayer. Give thanks for this daily bread. And Lord, this is the daily bread you've given us for today. We hoped it would be a bit more. We ask that you forgive us for being jealous of those who have so much more than what we have. But Lord, help us to be thankful for about what we are about to receive. May we be truly, truly grateful. Amen.
Father, it's me, Andrew, again. I pray for the health of my kids. I ask for the medicine, Lord, that I've been asking you for. I pray for work for my wife. I ask that you would provide as we know you can. Lord, I pray for those in power. Father, we pray that you would turn their hearts. And Father, I pray for all this rice in this room, that it would come to me. And I thank you for this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, pastors. Thank you, all of you. I hope that object lesson meant something to all of you, and that those spoons will serve as conversation starters and reminders around your own tables. So we're going to let you enjoy your meal now. Thank you so much. We'll be back with you in an hour, so enjoy your time together, enjoy your meal, enjoy your conversations, and it's time to get those bids in the silent auction. Thank you so much, and I'll be back with you in 1 hour. Good night. Ladies and gentlemen, lot 1 of the silent auction will end in 5 minutes. That's all lot 1 silent auction items will be closing in 5 minutes. All right, we have just over 2 minutes left on our silent auction. I hope you're all enjoying your evening, but it's time to turn your attentions and see whether you're going to get your hands on the prizes that you've been looking for. Let's take a look and see. Looks like Alan is the leading bidder right now on Make Me Stay. All of these items, which begin with number 1, will be closing in just 2 minutes. So time to get those last minute bids in now. Do not leave it to the last second. All right, Angela is the leading bid there on the painting. We've got some anonymous bidders. Flora looks like you might get it. The Guado Ramos. Rebecca, you're the leading bid on Mother. Someone's getting a bargain with these Shangri-La 100,000 points. All right, it's just over a minute left. We've got some great travel. There's one beautiful artwork which is still up for grabs. Song might be going to Clearwater Bay. I think the Clearwater Bay has had the most bids so far, is what it looks like. The Forever Yours set, you're almost there. All right, let's see how many seconds we have left. Let's take a look at that timer. Okay, we are on 30 seconds remaining. Don't miss out, get the bids in. You can do it, I believe in you guys. 20 seconds. Phones are poised. I can see thumbs hovering, waiting. Okay, let's count them down. 15 seconds. Don't leave it till the last second. Come on, you can do it. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is it. Congratulations. I hope none of you missed out. All right, so let's read through our winners. Angela, congratulations. You got Celeria Paris. Ting, you won the beautiful Marius Black. Eddie, you got the Afternoon with Dragonflies, and an anonymous 5001. That's cheeky, isn't it? All right, Rebecca, you got Mother by Mihal. That's my husband. An anonymous bidder got the Shangri-La. Thank you so, so much. JW Marriott and anonymous Spencer, thank you. You're going to Niseko. Have a great trip. And Lawrence, looks like you're going to Cebu. Thank you so much. Have a great trip too. Sandy, you won a trip to Cebu. Have fun there. And Henry, you're going flying. How exciting. Personal training sessions with Abby under anonymous. Sybil, you're going to my chiropractor. Hope he treats you very well. And Song, you got Clearwater Bay. Well done. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Raphael, you got that beautiful bracelet. And we have Duncan, you got Love in the Twilight necklace. Thank you. I hope it looks beautiful on whoever is wearing it. Congratulations. And who else do we have? Diane, you got the game. Cindy, you got that lovely Bauhinia gin. Yan, you won the Tiffany playing cards. They are really cool, really unique. And Gordon, you got the gin too. Paul, you got the vintage 2012 Perignon. Enjoy that. And that looks like all. So thank you so much, Gerard and Daryl. Why don't you tell us about what's happening in Lot 2?
Congratulations to all the Lot 1 winners. Yes. And thank you so much for your generosity. Now it's time to turn our attention to the second lot of items. There's a huge variety of valuable art pieces in Lot 2, starting with celebrated Chinese artist Malyon's photograph, and this painting by Sherry Danes, The Face of Modern British Impressionism, and 2 eye-catching sculptures. Ram Malyari is one of the Philippines' most prolific and unique sculptors, and his Maximus sculpture is attracting a lot of attention. And Joe Datuin has created this stunning piece for ICM called Mother and Child, a one-of-a-kind.
There are lots of amazing trips in Asia in the second lot, but I want to highlight 2 amazing mountain chalets in the US. The first is a week stay at a 9-bedroom retreat in the Virginia mountains. Or you can take up to 12 people for a week to some of the best skiing in the US at this chalet in Beaver Creek, Colorado.
And we have a stay at an extremely exclusive resort, the epitome of luxury. Amanpulo is a private beach island, and you can win 2 nights in a stunning beach casita, and that's Lot 225. And there are some beautiful pieces of jewelry still up for grabs, including the 18-karat golden hour set and this rare Audemars Piguet watch. That's Lot 243.
We'll give you a 2-minute warning before those lots close. But for now, happy bidding, and we'll see you later.
Thank you so much, Gerard and Daryl. And now that you are all in the mood for an auction, it is my pleasure to introduce our auctioneer tonight, one of my favorite people on the planet, Christine Flatterbo-Dunnick. Christine was the US National Champion Auctioneer. And get this, we're celebrating tonight because this is actually her 10th ICM Banquet. Please join me in welcoming Christine Flatterbo-Dunnick to the stage.
Good evening. On behalf of ICM, I couldn't be more excited to be with you tonight. 10 years ago, my family and I fell in love with this organization, and I'm telling you, we strongly believe in the work of ICM. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for being here tonight. We're going to raise a lot of money. We're going to have a ton of fun, but most of all, we are going to make a difference in the lives of others. Right now, we have 3 live auction items for you. And so at this time, we're going to tell you all about our first live auction item. And I want to tell you that we have Mr. David Jones, who's going to tell you all about item number 1, coming all the way from Florida, the United States. He works with ICM. He is making a difference. We're excited to have David Jones on board. David, tell him all about item number 1.
Well, our first lot for tonight's live auction is 3 bottles of wine from Screaming Eagle. I just learned that Screaming Eagle is named after the 101st Air Force, 101st Division in the Army. With less than 1,000 cases produced each year, Screaming Eagle is one of the most sought after and expensive wines in the world. These wines are only sold by allocation, and there's currently a 12-year waiting list for allocations. Okay, so this is a uniquely accessible opportunity. It's produced in Oakville, Napa Valley, California. Screaming Eagle wines are known for their intense black currant, cassis, and oak flavors. Robert Parker has rated Screaming Eagle vintages a perfect 100 out of 100, 7 times out of the last 22 vintages. That's literally unheard of. As you might suspect, the wines are very full-bodied, they're complex, and they have a long finish. So tonight we're auctioning 1 bottle of Screaming Eagle 2011, 1 bottle of Screaming Eagle Second Flight 2011, and 1 bottle of Screaming Eagle Second Flight 2012. And yes, the winning bid takes home all 3 bottles. Now you should also know that the wines are packed in their original wooden box and have been stored perfectly to preserve and enhance complexity and flavor over time. Now, but you need to know some other information. To really set the stage for you tonight, you need to know that the very first vintage of Screaming Eagle, 1992, actually sold for US $500,000 at a charity auction. Hello. Now, this remains the second highest selling price paid for a bottle of wine ever. So I think it's fair to say right up front, particularly given the poor people that you'll be helping through ICM, that whatever bid ultimately wins is an amazing value. So, wine lovers, it's the time. So with your bidding card in hand, the one with the number, the big number, you need to look at your spouse with the sincerest face and say, honey, this is an amazing value, no matter what I pay. All right? Thank you, Christine.
Thank you, David. That's right. With the value of all 3 bottles, over 50,000 Hong Kong dollars. Again, a value of over 50,000 Hong Kong. How about 5,000 Hong Kong to start the bid? 5,000. Money's going to ICM. 5,000. Thank you. And now 10. How about a $5,000 bid? Now 10, 10, 10, 10. Hit a bomb. Now 10. Thank you. 10,000. 15,000. How about a $15,000 bid? Now 20. Now 20. Hit a bomb. 20 here. Now 20. Anyone want to bet? 20,000, thank you. And now 25. I'm a $25,000 bid. Now 30 here, 30 way, hit a bump. $30,000. Now 35. $35,000 and now 40. I'm a $35,000 bid. Now 40. Now 40. Hit a bump. 40 now. 40 now. Do you want to bid? 40 here, 40 where? Do you want to bid? 40. I'm a $40,000 bid. Now 40 now. 40 now. Anyone want to bid? 40 here now. Anyone want to bid? $40,000 on 3 bottles of an amazing, amazing wine. $40,000. $40,000. Give her a round of applause for raising money for ICM. Thank you. Now 45. How about a $4,000 bid? Now 45. $45,000. Thank you for what you did. Ma'am, easy to balance the checkbook at 50,000 Hong Kong dollars. No pressure. 50,000. How about a $50,000 bid? Now 50 now, 50 now. Hit a mama 50 here now, 50 now. Anyone want a bid? 50,000, 50,000, 50,000. Thanks for what you did. Thanks for what you did. Thanks for what you did. Going once, going twice. I have sold it for $45,000. Give them a round of applause. Thank you, thank you, thank you for raising money for ICM. That was bidder number 2504. 2504 at 45,000. Thank you for the help. Thank you for the help. Tell them all about item number 2.
Okay, item number 2 is 6 nights for up to 10 of you and your friends and family at this absolutely stunning 5,000 square foot, 5-bedroom luxury ski chalet in Niseko, Japan. Now, I have been to this property, and let me tell you, the location is just ideal. It is steps away from skiing and from the wonderful nightlife, and the living space is just jaw-dropping. Now, as you know, Niseko is probably the most sought-after ski destination in all of Asia with its famous perfect powder. It makes for epic night skiing. You fancy some night skiing? But what makes this so special is the property. The space itself is just amazing, and it can be yours for 6 nights with 10 of your favorite people in the world. Over to you, Christine.
Thank you, Louise. That's right. You are absolutely going to have the time of your life. 6 nights, 10 people, an exquisite property, incredible skiing. Think of the memories that you're going to make. The value is over 140,000 Hong Kong dollars. You're absolutely going to have a blast. How about 50,000 Hong Kong to start the bid? 50,000. Here we go. This is for 10 people, 6 nights. I'll take 50,000. I'm going to $50,000 bid now. 50 down, 50 here, I'm on 50 here, 50 where? Anyone want to bid? 50,000. I'm going to $50,000 bid now. On a 5, it up on 5. Do you want to bid? $50,000. Again, it's absolutely going to be an incredible time. I'll take 50. I'm going to $50,000 bid now. On a 5, it up on. Thank you. That's 50,000. Thank you for what you did. Thank you. 50. And now 75. I'm going to $50,000 bid now. 75, bid up on the 5, on a 5, bid up on 5, on a 5. Anyone want to bid? 75,000. Thank you. The value is over 140,000. That's 75,000. And now 100,000. How about a 101? Hit up on the 101. Sir, if you bid 100,000 Hong Kong dollars, you'll never forget tonight. 100,000. How about a 100,000 here now? 101. Do you want to bid? 1. He does it. 100. Give him a round of applause. 100,000 Hong Kong dollars. Sir, if you bid 120,000 Hong Kong dollars, you'll never forget tonight. No pressure. 120,000. How about a $120,000 bid now? 120. Anyone want to bid? 120,000. I'll take 110. Thank you. Is that Dennis? Thank you for what you did. That's 120,000 Hong Kong dollars. I'll be right back, Dennis. Sir, I have to tell you, my dad's been in the business for 45 years. And if he was standing next to me right now giving me some advice, this is what he would tell me. If you give me 130,000 Hong Kong, he's going to give me 140. I think. Let's just try it one time and see what happens. I'll take 130,000. He does it, 130,000 Hong Kong. Dennis, no pressure. I'll take 140,000. No pressure. How about a 140? 140. Hit him on 140. He does it, 140,000. Should we try that one more time? How about a 150, 150, 150? Anyone want to bid 150,000 Hong Kong dollars? I'm going to sell it. We've got 150,000 Hong Kong. Thank you. And now 160. I'm going to 160, 160, 160. Anyone want to bid? 160, 160, 160. Going once, going twice. Thank you for what you did. Thank you for what you did. I have sold it for 150,000 Hong Kong dollars. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was 150,000 Hong Kong dollars. They are pumped. They're supporting ICM. They are making a difference tonight. She is excited. I love the energy. Thank you for the help. Thank you for the help. Give her one more round of applause for what she's doing for ICM. Thank you for what you've done. Deanna Sutherland, we're so grateful for all that you do for this organization. One of my favorite people in the whole wide world. Deanna, tell them all about this item.
I am so excited to share with you tonight what we have on auction for Lot 3 tonight. It is an exquisite sapphire ring. This sapphire is a certified 3.2 carats, and it's a natural cornflower blue sapphire from the island of Madagascar. And what makes this ring even more valuable is that the stone is non-heat treated. That means it's a natural sapphire, and meaning first, it's very rare, and second, it is smooth and beautiful and has a higher degree of brilliance than any other sapphire you've seen. It's simply stunning. And the light just moves through it when you look at it. The ring is set in 18 karat gold, and it contains a nest of diamonds of 2.8 carats that just hug that sapphire so sweetly. It's really, really beautiful. And if you want to make somebody really happy tonight, this is what you need to buy. Thank you. Christine?
I'd like to tell you that they'd like to be anonymous, but the donor is in the room tonight. And the donor for the wine is also in the room tonight, wanted to be anonymous. The donor for the ring is in the room tonight, wanted to be anonymous. Let's give those people a round of applause for what they're doing for ICM. Thank you so much. The value on this ring is over 210,000 Hong Kong dollars. That's right, a value of over 210,000 Hong Kong dollars. And the money is going to make a difference with ICM tonight. It's here to sell. Way down low, I'll take 50,000 Hong Kong dollars. Your money is going to make a difference tonight. Who would like to give way down low on this ring 50,000 Hong Kong dollars? 50,000. Here we go. How about a $50,000 bid now? On a pipe, on a pipe, anyone want a bid? 50. How about a $50,000 bid now? On a pipe, on a pipe, anyone want a bid? Thank you. That's 50,000. Give her a round of applause. And I'll take 75,000. How about $75,000 bid now? 75 bid on a pipe, anyone want a bid? 75. How about a $75,000 bid now? 75 bid on a pipe. Do you want a bid? $75,000. Again, a value of over 210,000. I'll take 60. Here we go. It's here to sell tonight. Money's going to ICM. How about $60,000 bid now? 69. Hit up on 69. Anyone want a bid? $60,000. Here we go. How about $60,000 bid now? 69. Anyone want a bid? Thank you. That's $60,000. Give her a round of applause. And now 70,000. How about $70,000 bid now? 70. Ma'am, a smile is a bid tonight, and she's got the biggest smile on her face. I'll take 70,000. How about $70,000 bid now? 70. Anyone want a bid? 70,000. 70,000. Going once, she does it. 70,000. And now 80. How about $80,000 bid now? 80 down, 80 now. Ma'am, I'll tell you when the bid gets too high. No pressure. How about $80,000 bid now? 89. Do you want it? She does it. Give her a round of applause. That's 80,000 and now 90. How about $90,000 bid now? 99. Anyone want a bid? 90,000. I'm gonna sell it going once. Thank you. You know what? New bidder, new blood. She's excited. Give her a round of applause. Look at that smile. She's raising money for ICM tonight. That's 90,000, and I'll take 100,000. How about a $100,000 bid now? One. Hit him on one. Anyone want to bid 100,000 on an absolutely beautiful ring? 100,000. Going once, going twice, going once, going twice. I have. Gonna sell it. She's excited. Sold it for 90,000 Hong Kong dollars. Give her a round of applause. That's 90,000 Hong Kong dollars. Best of all, you're making a difference for ICM tonight. I wouldn't have been there without both of their help. Thank you so much for what you did. We want to thank the donors again that are in the room tonight. We just raised a lot of money and we're grateful.
Thank you so much, Christine. Let's give Christine a round of applause. Thank you. And Christine will be back with us later for a little more fun. And let me just say thank you also on behalf of ICM. But now, it is my pleasure to introduce to you David Sutherland. Now, I know a lot of you know Dave very well, and some of you, this will be your first time hearing him speak. He has so much wisdom in his head. He has a lot of numbers in his head. Dave is the Chief Executive Officer of ICM. And he is also the former Chief Financial Officer of Morgan Stanley, Asia Pacific. I can see that he's still getting his microphone fixed. And I guess he got caught up in the excitement of the auction. Everyone, I can see David over there at the sound desk is about to get his microphone fixed. So would you welcome him to the stage as he delivers this year's keynote speech? Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mr. David Sutherland.
I have a mic. There we go. Good evening. I just wanted to say it is fantastic to see all my great friends here. I don't know about you, but I was a little down about all of the hybrid events that we had to do recently, and so it's only been about 6 months we've been able to get everybody back together again, and so it's really fantastic to be able to see all of you here. This banquet today starts the beginning of a series of events for us. Next Tuesday, we're going to be in Manila, and then we're holding our first Singapore dinner the following weekend. We got Washington, D.C. that happens on December 4th, and our Sydney, Australia event is on April 5th next year. So if you have any friends in those jurisdictions that you think would want to know about ICM, you just let us know. But this Hong Kong banquet, this is the place that it all started. And this is the centerpiece of our year. So today is our 19th annual banquet, 19 years. The first one was in 2004 at the JW Marriott, and we had many years at the Convention Center, and then during COVID at the Aberdeen Marina Club and the Arca Hotel, and now here we are at the Ocean Park Marriott. Over the years, the Hong Kong banquet has been truly transformational for ICM. Those first few banquets a few decades ago, it skyrocketed ICM from a tiny organization that was funded by just a handful of our friends to $1 million lean, effective charity. And we've been growing ever since, all thanks to what happened at this event every single year. So thank you to all of you who make that happen every year. Listen, let's start with a little bit of good news. Whenever you talk about poverty, often it can be a little bit down and depressing and really heavy, but we believe a lot of times we have this misconception that there's nothing you can do about poverty, that poverty will always stay the same, but that is not true. In our lifetimes, there's been an astonishing progress in reducing global poverty. In 50 years, a third of the world's 50 years ago, a third of the world's population of 4 billion people lived in extreme poverty. But now global population has doubled to nearly 8 billion, but those who have in poverty, they have been cut to less than 10%. And if you look at the Philippines in particular, there's been good news there too. The Philippine population has tripled over the last 50 years, but the number of poor has not increased. So we should all be grateful for the reduction in the squalor that people have to experience, and it shows that things can change. But we're not finished yet, since there are almost 20 million Filipinos who face hunger every day. And those who are poor, they're really suffering. There's so many examples. This guy named Hilario, when he was young, his family in Cebu had so little skills, and he was hungry. He dropped out of first grade, and as he got older, he had no skills, so he really struggled to feed himself. But Hilario told us that he found a Bible, and he says that changed his life, and his life really has changed. He now has 6 children. He has 16 grandchildren. Their family earns their income by picking through the garbage. It's not a glamorous way to make a living, but Hilario says it's enough for them, and he tells his sons, he says, we may be hungry, but we're never going to compromise our ethics. So Hilario, he became a pastor, and he founded a church near the dump site. He's been involved with ICM since 2019. Hilario says that ICM provided the training that lets him help other people. At ICM, we believe that the most effective and efficient way to find the far-flung people is through local pastors like Hilario. Local pastors, they already live in the communities that we're trying to reach. They speak the local dialect. They know everyone who lives nearby. And those pastors have no more entrepreneurial skills than most. They could choose to use those skills to provide more income for their families, but instead they decide to live like pastors, and that means enduring many hardships. So why do they make that sacrifice? Because they're passionate about helping those in their communities. They're really my heroes. So every month, ICM trains pastors in hundreds of districts around the country of the Philippines. Before COVID, we hosted a little more than 3,000 pastors every month for a full day of training. That's 3,000 every month. And at the time, we thought that was just a phenomenal number. When COVID then shut everything down, we just hoped that we could get back to where we left off. But it didn't happen that we got back to left off. Instead, when COVID lifted, ICM averaged 9,000 pastors every month. That was triple what we had before COVID. And so far in 2023, we're training 12,000 pastors every month. And the growth seems to still be continuing. In July, we exceeded 13,000, so often a low month for us. In the last year, we've had more than 20,000 unique pastors that have attended at least one full day of training. That is astonishing scale, even for us. At this event in 2021, a donor made a gift, and she knows who he is, but tonight let's call her Pam. So let's follow what happened to her donation. And during my talk tonight, anytime you see that heart icon on the screen, then we're following the impact of Pam's gift. Pam's 2021 gift was matched by one of those thousands of local pastors, and her banquet donation was directed to a church led by J.C. Herrera in Antique. Antique province is one of the poorest provinces of the Philippines, one of the highest rates of malnutrition.
I am Pastor J.C. Herrera. So I am from Manila. I used to be a corporate guy. And then I also have businesses alongside with that. The businesses that I have actually failed because of the transitions that I did. And so I was so devastated. I tried committing suicide before, because I cannot contain the fact that my businesses did fail. And so I looked for a place. My mom told me to come here for me to relax because there's a beach here. It's a different environment here. So that's the reason why I was then here. I just only have 40,000 pesos. That's all that I have with me. But I just gave the 40,000 to the family where I live right now. Not to thank COVID, but at some way COVID, the situation of the COVID, because I was locked down here, God called me here in Antique. So that's the reason why I became a pastor. He signed me here, and so here I am now on my 3rd year. I live a very frugal life. I did experience getting firewood in the mountains. I did experience harvesting rice. I did experience making charcoal. I was finally able to understand the kind of life that people is living here. And because of that, God used that to me so that I can be able to relate to the people around. Normally, people here, if they don't have money or transportation, because they don't have money, they don't go to school. The youth, the young people here, they get pregnant because of they don't have, or they lack education. There's no opportunity when it comes to livelihood, when it comes to making their lives better. So that's why I became a firm believer of ICM Transform program. I love how ICM thinks. I love the direction of ICM, and I love how ICM is helping the community.
So because of Pam's gift, Pastor JC was able to select the 30 poorest people in their community to join a journey of transformation. So we collect millions and millions of data points to inform our strategy and to measure our impact. But that data is not just numbers. The data, it tells a story. So tonight, I want to paint a picture of what happened to the people who joined Pam's Transform program. This is Gerlin and her daughter, Colleen. Gerlin and her husband have 3 children. They live by the shore. They make a living from fishing or construction. When we met Gerlin, her husband had not been able to work for 4 days, and they weren't sure when he would be able to work again. So a few times every year, their home endures storm damage. Without funds, they mostly rely on scraps to fix their walls and their roof. Like Gerlin, 53% of ICM participants live in cramped homes. 23% of our participants have no electricity. Gerlin's daughter, Colleen, she was born deaf, and they can't afford medical checkups. The local school didn't want to enroll Colleen into kindergarten since the teachers don't have any training for deaf students, but Gerlin, her mother, persisted, and finally at 7 years old, Colleen is now able to attend classes. But she doesn't have any sign language training or other special training, so her future is limited. Also in Pam's community is a guy named Herman. Herman grew up in the mountains, and when he joined ICM's Transform program, his only source of income was selling firewood. To get that firewood, he often walks for 2 hours each way to collect that firewood. He gathers a heavy bundle of wood, he carries it back, and he sells it often for 50 pesos. That's $1 for a whole day of very hard work. But during storms, he can't work at all, so those days there's no income at all. The average income among ICM's poor participants is just 31 US cents per person per day. Now, think about what that means. That's just over 3 Hong Kong dollars for a full day, or an entire month's income is only 100 Hong Kong dollars for one whole month. That is our average ultra-poor participant. As a child, Herman's family didn't know whether they would be able to eat, so before he entered elementary school, he had to work to support his family. He wasn't even allowed to start school until the age of 9. But he tried his best. Economic pressure forced Herman to drop out of school many times so he could work and contribute to family income, but he was determined, and he finally graduated from high school at the age of 23. 63% of ICM participants did not graduate from high school, and 27% didn't graduate from elementary school. And this is Honeychell. She and her husband have 6 children. She says she feels lucky that her village has clean water from a mountain spring, but 61% of ICM participants, they live with unsafe drinking water. That leads to serious illnesses. Diarrhea is the second leading cause of childhood death in the Philippines, and there's thousands of children that die needlessly every year because of unclean water. Tragically, a few months ago, Honeychell, she suffered a miscarriage. And here's a stunning statistic. 17% of all of ICM mothers have had one of their own children die. So in the last few minutes here, I've been able to describe a little bit about the lives of these 3 people. Together, they paint a pretty stark picture of what life looks like in ultra-poverty. Unstable income, health crises, unsafe homes at the mercy of natural disasters. There's so many people that live without hope. This year at ICM, we started a research project we call the Diary Project. For 4 months, every day, our ICM team spoke to 40 families, and we recorded everything they earned, spent, saved, borrowed, lent out, their gifts. We could really fill books with what we learned, but just a high-level snapshot. There seems to be 2 kinds of ultra-poor families, those who earn a tiny bit most days, and then that would be like fishermen or tricycle drivers or construction workers. And then there's another category of those who earn larger amounts but very infrequently, like people that are working for a farmer and they gather crops and they only get paid every 2 weeks, or an older woman who receives remittances from her children that live in Manila. So this is a chart of one participant's income over a period of 90 days. Those are very small amounts of money, but it's more consistent. And then this is a different family, and she has infrequent income. And then here's another family. This family had 0 income for 25 days. Now, if you were the head of that household, how would you plan for your children's meals? They make so little, it's really hard for them to save anything, and the unpredictability is a killer. The family really has no ideas when the next lot of cash is going to happen. So at ICM, we are laser focused. Our job is to empower ultra-poor families to change their own lives. And what can we do in the face of overwhelming poverty? Many other charities, they decide to focus on a single solution, like building homes or digging water wells or providing microcredit. But not ICM. We see deprivations in so many areas, we need to focus on a holistic solution. So after decades of trial and error, ICM developed our signature 4-month Transform program. And almost all of ICM's interventions are centered around this signature strategy. Pam's gift paid for that Transform program at Pastor JC's community. Because of her generosity, the 30 selected families gathered at a local basketball court once a week for 4 months. And every week, 2 ICM staff people, they traveled for the ICM office, they went 2 hours each way, and every week then they brought training and resources. The first one of those 2 ICM staff members, they taught the community about health. They taught about hygiene, disease prevention, nutrition, safe motherhood. They distributed deworming pills. They constructed tippy taps. They supported pregnant mothers. And in Pam's community, the health workers screened all the families. They found several children that were suffering from malnutrition. And one of those children was Jello, who is Gerlin's youngest son. So at ICM, though, we helped him to gain weight, and he grew up to a healthy 11 kilos. That is normal for his weight. This year, ICM rescued more than 2,000 children from clinical malnutrition through that Transform program. We supported 1,500 pregnancies, dewormed 30,000 people, saw a 10% reduction in serious illness.
The second ICM staff person, they taught livelihood lessons. They taught about how to start a small business and form savings groups. Honey Cho was surprised when her community, her group, they elected her to be the savings group leader. And each of the families in her community, they started by saving 20 pesos, about 50 US cents every week. And they started selling cleaning products to their neighbor, and that was a good business because it creates double profit. Every member earns a little bit of cash from every bottle of detergent that they sell, and then the savings group also earns as well from the wholesale markup. That savings group then distributes the profits to their members every 3 months, and Honey Cho's largest share out so far was 1,000 pesos, that's 20 US dollars, and she was able to put that towards her children's education. Until recently, Herman had no savings in his entire life, but as soon as he got into the discipline of savings, he really saw the benefit, and now he sometimes saves 50 pesos, about $1 each week. And his plan is to replace his family's roof with his savings. Ultra-poor participants, the average one, experiences a 107% increase in their income after a 4-month Transform program. At the end of that 4 months, participants spend 12% more on meat and protein, 10% more on fruits and vegetables. Those are modest changes, but they can be the difference between a child suffering from malnutrition or being healthy. So tiny changes can be really valuable. And on top of the health and livelihood, Transform also serves the most vulnerable children with education. As I explained a few minutes ago, Herman struggled to finish school, but Herman's nieces, Beret and Janelle, they enrolled in ICM's Family Academy. They learned foundational math and phonics to prepare them to excel at school. Before Transform, only 4% of ICM children were proficient in math skills. That grows to 60% after only a few months of Family Academy. We see similar changes in phonics as well. These children are more likely to enter school with a solid foundation, and their parents are more likely to prioritize their children's education going forward. We were pleased to conduct a randomized control trial to evaluate the effectiveness of this Family Academy program. Last year at this banquet, I told you that we had preliminary midterm results, and they were encouraging, but just a few weeks ago, we got our long-term results. The researchers at Oxford University, they were astounded to see that ICM's Family Academy has double the impact of similar programs for a fraction of the cost. Listen to what Professor Noam has to say.
I think one of the things that's been really interesting about the Family Academy results, it's one of the few interventions I've seen which actually evaluates and intervenes with these early numeracy skills, as well as literacy skills, phonics and early numeracy. And the results look good. It looks like it's working. And now I think it'll be interesting to see how long they can persist. But so far, so good. Most education interventions don't work at all, actually. Over half in a review we recently did don't even work at all. And the ones that work, on average, give you 0.1 standard deviations. And so getting to 0.2 or 0.4 is a really big deal. It already puts you on the upper end. And again, that's not even including the cost. If you include the cost, I'm sure it's going to be even more striking, because this was much cheaper than most ECD interventions.
So I hope that's good news to all of you. It is for us. And thanks to all of you who have helped support the Family Academy program through the years. It's just been a few years. We've now taken 13,000 children and prepared them for a lifetime of learning. And if resources allow, we hope to scale up even faster. Our friends at Nomura over here on table 17. I have provided a lot of those resources for the Family Academy program, and we're very grateful. So Pam's community, they graduated from Transform in February of 22. Her gift launched transformation in health, livelihood, education, building emotional growth. And your generosity at this banquet last year enabled nearly 200,000 family members to experience a similar journey as Pam's gift did, bringing hope, health, and change. In total, ICM has now brought 1.9 million family members through our 4-month Transform program. We expect to graduate our 2 millionth person within the next few weeks. In 2020, ICM launched our international pilots outside of the Philippines. Earlier this evening, you met Omar. He leads ICM in Guatemala. And ICM is really just getting started in Guatemala, but already we've graduated 6,000 family members from Transform there in Central America. And in Central America, their data is that we see significant increase in savings, and among ultra-poor families, we've seen income quadruple. And in Uganda, we will soon graduate our 50,000th Transform beneficiary. Just want to kind of let that sink in for a second. I mean, just a few years ago, our Philippine staff, they've been able to contextualize this Asian program to an entirely new continent, Africa, and they've been able to serve tens of thousands of needy people as a result. And to our surprise, we seem to be seeing even better results from Transform in Uganda than we see in the Philippines. The Uganda participants have already saved nearly 200,000 US dollars. That's a massive number for a cash-poor society. About 500 African children have been cured of malnutrition. A couple hundred have received life-changing surgeries. And we're learning a lot about applying these strategies that are born here in Asia, and when we try to apply them to other countries. And as you could expect, of course, we need to adjust the curriculum to a certain extent. And so, for example, Uganda is more agriculture and has less cash base, so the businesses that we have to teach them are different. In the Philippines, we teach about tuberculosis, but when we're in Africa, we teach about malaria, so we have to make some adjustments. But we're really surprised how much of the Philippine curricula is really universally relevant. We estimate that 80% of the curricula we use in the Philippines is pretty applicable across countries. So we've been encouraged by these results, and we've been exploring opportunities to bring Transform to additional countries. We've already done a couple of exploratory trips to Cambodia. That's a country that's still reeling from the genocide a generation ago. It killed a quarter of that country. We've also done a few trips to Burundi, obviously, arguably the very poorest country in the world. And we've even visited Papua New Guinea, one of the most isolated countries in the world. In all of those countries, we see a few criteria for us. First, we see a lot of poverty. Second, we see a strong local partner that we can work with. Third, we see a network of churches that we can partner with. And fourth, we found a potential funder that's interested in funding that country. But why are we really looking at all those other countries at all? I mean, ICM is not intending to saturate those countries like we do in the Philippines. Instead, we aim to grow only big enough in each of those countries to allow a randomized control trial in each of those countries. Globally, there's only a few poverty reduction strategies that have been able to prove that they're effective across cultures. And every time there has been a strategy that has been proven effective around the world, that program has attracted massive financial support from the development world. At ICM, we feel that we are able to execute our strategies often for 1/20th of the price of many of these other strategies. We know that we will need to be patient because these studies unfortunately take a little while, but just in a few years, we hope that our global RCT will generate literally billions of US dollars to fight poverty around the world. Now, maybe there's a few of you who are worried that we might be reducing our focus on the Philippines, but that's not true. We are not. We expect to continue to expand our already very large Philippine footprint, and we're going to, of course, be keeping our global headquarters in Asia. Just 4% of our budget this year is spent on Uganda and Guatemala combined, and even if we do reach out to a half a dozen new countries, we expect the Philippines to remain at least 85% of ICM's budget. And all of those non-Philippine efforts are funded by specific donors who are focused on those countries. So general donations all go to the Philippines. So the Philippines remains the core of our strategy. We have so many innovations that are happening in the Philippines. In livelihood, we're innovating around small cash grants to savings groups. We're trying to identify the highest return on our small investments. We've seen that savings groups who receive modest grants will have greater businesses. And we're piloting a digitization plan for all of our savings groups. In Bohol, we're trialing a new plan. We call it Cost Low. This is helping groups that become local retail outlets for their members to purchase daily goods at lower costs while bringing profits to their savings groups. In health, we've scaled up the rollout of our tuberculosis x-ray screening vans. We've already screened 90,000 people for tuberculosis with x-rays, and we've enrolled nearly 1,000 into TB treatment. And this program didn't even exist a year ago. To me, the pace at which ICM's health team has scaled up is astonishing. We anticipate that TB program is going to save many, many lives in the coming years. Here's a young man, 17 years old, just found him 2 weeks ago. He's suffering from TB, severe malnutrition. Now he's getting treatment, and we expect him to make a full recovery. We've also revamped our Community Health Champion Initiative, which is incorporated into the Transform program. Health Champions now serve 4 times as many families. They provide ongoing health support after families graduate from Transform. Our Domo dashboards that are real-time, they allow us to see real-time where our health champions are doing. Today, we have more than 1,500 ladies that are actively serving their community's health needs. They're conducting about 90,000 health tasks every month. We have a Go Viral partnership with CCF in Manila that has helped thousands of pastors to train up new leaders within their churches. This year alone, they've facilitated 9,000 new small groups with 80,000 new members. And just 3 days ago, we launched a study of 6,000 families to test whether watching a soap opera during Transform could motivate participants and help improve their economic activities. So our ICM team here, we produced a 6-hour soap opera that was broken into 15 20-minute segments. It's all done in the local language. I thought, since it's about to premiere, I thought we could do a premiere here. So I'm going to show you a short trailer for our brand new ICM-produced soap opera. Here's the trailer.
Kumkats, bago na pud nadugang sa barangay Cavite.
Unya, unsa ba ingon sa doktor? Kani laging magkatiguwang na ta.
Ay, sorry.
Uy, Mark, nana kay mga ka-textmate oh. Di ka ni undang naku anak. Ang gadala pa makana diri.
Sige, di na John.
Kauban nimo sa grupo silang Darling, May, Flor, Rose o si Danny?
Unya, ganahan di ay nga mo-appeal na sila sa atong programa.
Pwede man ka umaylo ni Dondon. Napa 5-6 pito siya.
Ako dahil si Rachel, ang inyong health trainer.
Ako ay pang bata, ma'am. Di siya ganahan ka mo didi. Unya, sige ra siya katulog.
Kaya magkita ang nila, kinsang ilang ginabangga.
Kahibaw na ba kag sa mga nahitungod anak niya? Asa man na nato pagbayad?
Hoy, makabara ka sa lima kadlaw? O boss, maayo para dili jud ka magkubot.
Well, I don't know. What do you think? You think it's going to work? Yes, we're trying to test whether poor people will be more likely to attend the programs and apply the strategies if they see a story of people just like themselves trying out those strategies in a soap opera format. So imagine a person from a remote community seeing those high-quality videos in their own language with actors from their own communities. So we kind of think it's going to have a big impact, but we're not planning to guess. We're going to have hard data just in a few months. We'll let you all know. And innovation, so what I've just talked about is only the tip of the iceberg. It's all in the relentless pursuit of the greatest impact for the minimum cost. Because every dollar we save is one more dollar that we can invest in helping another family's journey out of poverty. Our aspiration is to deliver the entire 4-month Transform program for just $10 per family member. That's fully loaded. That's a tiny fraction of the costs of other poverty reduction programs that usually cost hundreds or even thousands of dollars per family. All of this cost efficiency is only possible because we can leverage on the skills and the wisdom of 700 local staff and leaders who are 99% Filipino. Many grew up in the same communities as the poor people they serve, plus our 50 local staff from Uganda and Guatemala. These men and these women, they manage a massive amount of complexity and innovation and change every day. They collect detailed data, they carry heavy packs of food and resources, they travel difficult roads, they serve the poorest people with joy, with humility, and with passion. And most of those people are watching us all online. So I just wanted to say, all of you, thank you. But the ultimate question here is, what's the long-term impact? Did Pam's donation really change the lives of people in our community? So at ICM, we aim to maintain growth after Transform in all areas of life through 4 key areas. Pastors, like JC, they continue to serve as ICM's main point of connection in the community. They train up new leaders. They act as chaplains, mentors, and mediators. They're serving nearly 1 million people in those churches' congregations, plus millions of more in their surrounding communities. Savings groups leaders like Honeyshell, they grow their businesses through monthly training sessions with ICM. They bring back new initiatives to their savings groups, and they help to maintain financial growth. ICM has now nearly 700,000 family members that are benefiting from an active ICM savings group. Long-term health needs are served by community health champions who are prompted by our CHAP app that follows up on family health needs, and we help families seek care when necessary. We're already providing recurring medical care to more than 400,000 Filipinos, and we expect that to grow a lot larger in the coming year. And our Family Academy trainers can build on this 13,000 children who have already graduated from Family Academy. Our dream is that every poor village in our target area will have a dedicated leader in each of those 4 areas, regularly supported by ICM. Pam's gift allowed Pastor JC's community Every community that wins a national competition or scales their business so quickly, but every donation like Pam's, it brings tools and training to a community that is ready to learn and to grow. At ICM, we believe that hope is the key. Hope is the vital ingredient that unlocks the potential for change. So to many of our participants, they feel no hope for their futures. They no longer even dare to dream about a life that can be different. But to all of you in this room, to all of you watching online, I want you to know that you have made a difference. I know it's not easy to donate money that you worked hard to earn, but your sacrificial generosity has changed so many lives. So when you, like Pam, give the gift of transformation, hope is unlocked, lives are changed, and our participants thank you, our staff thanks you, and I thank you. And Pastor JC would like to thank you as well.
There was a time when every step I took led nowhere. This was a place that took all our dreams and swallowed them whole.
The wind blew a small seed of hope and it took root, burst into life and it found me. Give me the strength to go on. I will watch it grow as you see us find your hope, and the dawn is bright and now is bright. I know I have a dream that used to feel so far out of reach, but every day is coming closer to me, and I won't let it go. We'll watch it grow as you see us find new hope. The dawn is bright now, it's bright, I know. I will watch it grow as you see us find new hope, and the dawn is brighter now, it's bright, I know. It's bright, I know.
Wow. Herman, Gertlin, Honeychell, you're brave. You're courageous. Thank you for coming to Hong Kong to inspire us and to touch our hearts. You are beautiful inside and out. We are proud of you. And tonight, you being by us is going to have an incredible ripple effect and impact on countless people that will go through the Transform program. We couldn't be more proud of you. I want you to stand up next to me. You did such a beautiful job. Friends, we've come to the moment tonight where we're going to work together as a team, and we're going to have the opportunity to make the greatest impact for ICM working together. I told you that 10 years ago, my husband Jamie, my daughter Elsie, she's in Germany in Bible school right now. Our son Harris is a sophomore in college at Texas A&M in the U.S. Our family fell in love with ICM, and I can honestly tell you, there's no other place I'd rather be tonight. ICM has changed our family. It's made us different, and I haven't had the opportunity yet to go to Uganda or Guatemala, God willing, I look forward to. But tomorrow I'm going to go to Cebu for my 4th trip, and I can't wait to get into those villages. I can't wait to encourage the people. I can't wait to see the work of ICM, because I know that it transforms lives, and when they go through that program, they're never the same. And the heart of the Filipino people is absolutely beautiful. We are so proud of you. In the next couple minutes, we're going to raise as much money as we possibly can, working together as a team. We're going to send as many people through Transform. The more money we raise, the more people that we can send through this life-changing program. Our goal tonight is going to be a goal of participation that every single person in the room considers giving at a level that's meaningful to you. I want you to turn to your neighbor and say right now, our goal is a goal of participation tonight. Our goal is a goal of participation tonight. But I'll tell you right now, friends, on behalf of ICM, if there's one thing you remember when you lay your head on the pillow tonight, we want it to be this. No matter what happens in the next couple minutes, no matter how much money we raise, just by being here, you've already said that you care, and you've already made a difference, and we couldn't be more grateful. Before we begin, I want to say this. In the names and honor of all the people that have gone through Transform, Uganda, Guatemala, Philippines, we're going to raise money tonight in the names and honor of all the people that will be sent through the program or that are currently in the program. We're going to work together, and we're going to raise our paddles, and we're going to raise money tonight. And I have to tell you what Gertlin said earlier today. We're doing a dress rehearsal, and you know what she said? I hope everybody raises their paddle tonight. It is in the names of Herman and Honeychill and Gertlin. It's in their spirit, in their beautiful voices, in them being with us tonight. We're going to raise our paddles and raise money tonight to send people through Transform. But most of all, and above it all, it is in the name of Christ and for His glory that we're going to raise our paddles and we're going to raise money tonight. Here we go. Is there anyone that would like to kick us off at 800,000 Hong Kong dollars tonight? Anyone at 800,000 Hong Kong dollars tonight? Thank you. That's bidder number 3212. That was bidder number 3212. You can be my cheerleaders. You guys can stand up here and cheer. Give them a round of applause at 800,000 Hong Kong. That was bidder number 3212. Thank you for making a difference. Thank you for what you've done tonight. Anyone else at 800,000 Hong Kong? Anyone else at 800,000? We're going to move to 600,000 Hong Kong. How many people want to give at 600,000 Hong Kong dollars tonight? Anyone at 600,000? Anyone? Thank you. That's bidder number 0511. That was bidder number 0511. Give him a round of applause. Thank you for what you've done at 600,000 Hong Kong. Anyone else at 600,000? Let's move to 400,000. We're grateful. How many people want to give $400,000? We're going to send as many people through the Transform program as we possibly can tonight. Thank you. That's bidder number 3077. She's excited. Give her a round of applause for what she's doing tonight. That's bidder number 3011. That was bidder number 4011. Thank you at $400,000. That was bidder number 4011. And you know what? I said her number wrong. It was bidder number 3011 at 400,000 Hong Kong. That's bidder number 2411. Give him a round of applause for what he's doing tonight. That's 2411. He's smiling. He's excited. We're grateful. Thank you for what you've done. Anyone else at 400,000 Hong Kong? Anyone else at 400,000? Anyone else? Thank you. Bidder number 1910. Dennis 1910 at 400,000 Hong Kong dollars. Thank you for what you've done. Thank you for making a difference. Anyone else at 400,000? Anyone else? We're so grateful. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to Dave. He's got a special announcement. But while he's getting ready, I have to say, and I've never dared do this before because I know they don't want the attention, but tonight I dare. With Dave and Deanna Sutherland leading us, being at the head of the helm, I want to tell you, with the Sutherlands leading this team, we're in the best of hands. Let's give Dave and Deanna a round of applause for all that they do. Thank you, thank you.
Well, maybe a lot of you kind of know where we're headed here. You've been to this auction before, and several years we've had a foundation that is offered to match donations at this event. And the Find Us Faithful Foundation has offered to match donations up to $500,000 US tonight. Now, the match donations are any donation more than $10,000 US, 80,000 Hong Kong, and up to and including 200,000, so 25,000 US. So if someone gives 10, then there's a match. If they give up to 25, it's matched. If you give more than 25, the first 25 is matched. So that's where we are. And then just yesterday, we had a donor call and say he would like to raise that challenge, and he put in another $100,000 of matching. So there is now $600,000 of matching that is available. So, Christine.
I have to say thank you again to Find Us Faithful Foundation. We are so grateful for their hearts, what they've done, the ripple effect of this match. And to that anonymous donor, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. So as Dave said, matching funds up to 4.7 million Hong Kong dollars. That's 600,000 US dollars. Here we go. We are at the 200,000 Hong Kong dollar level, and everyone that gives 200,000, your money's going to be matched dollar for dollar. Here we go. We're going to put people through Transform. How many people want to give 200,000 Hong Kong dollars? Thank you. That's bidder number 3508. Thank you. That's bidder number 2212. Thank you. Give him a round of applause. Thank you for what you've done. That's bidder number 2308 at 200,000 Hong Kong dollars. Give those folks a round of applause for helping us out tonight. Thank you for making a difference. Thank you for what you've done. Anyone else at 200,000? Thank you. That's bidder number 0612. That was 0612 at 200,000 Hong Kong dollars. Again, your money's being matched dollar for dollar. Anyone else at 200,000 Hong Kong dollars? Anyone else with the match dollar for dollar? Anyone else? Let's move to 80,000 Hong Kong dollars. Again, at this level, every dollar will be matched dollar for dollar. Every dollar will be matched dollar for dollar. Here we go with the goal of participation. How many people want to give 80,000 Hong Kong dollars? Thank you, David. That's bidder number 1505. That's bidder number 0501 at 80,000 Hong Kong. Give her a round of applause. She's smiling tonight. Thank you. That's bidder number 1305. Bidder number 0807 at 80,000. Bidder number 0308. Give her a round of applause at 80,000 Hong Kong dollars. We're doing amazing. Thank you. That's bidder number 3111 at 80,000 Hong Kong. Bidder number 2511. Is that Tim? Thank you, Tim, at 80,000 Hong Kong dollars. Bidder number 3210. She's pumped. She's excited. That's bidder number 2601 being matched dollar for dollar at 80,000 Hong Kong. Look at all these hands in the air. Bidder number 2101. Bidder number 2106. They're excited. Give them a round of applause for what they're doing tonight. Bidder number 2403. Bidder number 2404. Being matched dollar for dollar. Give them a round of applause. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh, there's hands in the air. There's cards everywhere. This is bidder number 0411. Give her a round of applause for being here tonight. That's bidder number 1211. Give her a round of applause at 80,000 Hong Kong. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for making a difference. Anyone else? We're doing absolutely amazing. Thank you for what you've done. She's excited. Bidder number 2303. Give her a round of applause at 80,000 Hong Kong dollars. Bidder number 2810. Thank you. Thank you to this table at 80,000 Hong Kong dollars. That money's being matched dollar for dollar. We could not be more grateful. Anyone else at 80,000? He's so excited. He's standing up. That bidder number is 3912. That was 3912. Give him a round of applause at 80,000. Thank you for what you've done. Think of the people that will go through the Transform program. Think of the difference that we're making tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move to the 40,000 Hong Kong dollars. We want you to remember this. Every dollar that we raise tonight will make a difference, and every dollar given is equally appreciated. We need your help. We're so grateful. With the goal of participation, how many people want to give? Let's get those cards in the air. How many people want to give 40,000 Hong Kong dollars tonight? How many at $40,000 tonight? How many at 40,000 Hong Kong? Thank you. That's bidder number 3004. Thank you for what you did. That's 3004. Thank you. That's bidder number 3112. She's excited at 40,000 Hong Kong. We're sending people through the Transform program. How many people want to give at 40,000 tonight? How many people at 40,000 tonight? Anyone else at 40,000? Let's go to 20,000 Hong Kong dollars. Again, your money's going to send families, many families through the Transform program. I have to say, it costs about $10 US a person to go through this program. So let me tell you, many people will go through the program, many families with your help. Let's put our cards in the air. How many people want to give 20,000 Hong Kong dollars to the Transform program? Here we go. That's bidder number 3212. Give her a round of applause for helping out tonight. That's 3212. Thank you. With the goal of participation, how many people want to give 20,000 Hong Kong dollars? Let's get those cards up. Bidder number 2104. Bidder number 1304. Bidder number 1307. Give them a round of applause. Bidder number 1212. Bidder number 1302. Bidder number 0310. Bidder number 0409. Give all of these people a round of applause for what they've done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How many people want to give 20,000 Hong Kong dollars? Thank you. That's bidder number 2407. She's excited. She's smiling. Give her a round of applause. Thank you. At 20,000 Hong Kong dollars. Anyone else at 20,000? Anyone else at 20,000? With the goal of participation, our final level tonight is 8,000 Hong Kong dollars. We'd like as many people as possible to raise their card. Let's have as much participation as we possibly can. How many people want to give 8,000 Hong Kong dollars? And we're going to send a lot of families through the Transform program. Get your cards up. Here we go. Let's get as many cards as we possibly can. Thank you. That's bidder number 3512. He's excited. Bidder number 4010. Thank you for being here tonight. Bidder number 3312. Give her a round of applause for coming tonight. Thank you. That's bidder number 3013. Bidder number 3008. Give them a round of applause for being here tonight. Bidder number 3309. Thank you for coming tonight. Again, at 8,000 Hong Kong. He's excited. Bidder number 2401. Bidder number 1704. 1705. 1710. Give these folks a round of applause for what they're doing tonight. Bidder number 1709. Bidder number 1602. Bidder number 0311. Give these people a round of applause for what they're doing tonight. They're excited. Bidder number 1002. Thank him. Thank you for coming tonight. Thank you for making a difference. Bidder number 0512. Thank you. Thank you for being here tonight. Bidder number 1911. She's excited. Look at that smile. Give her a round of applause. Thank you, 2211. Thank you for being here tonight. Oh my gosh, we're doing amazing. Bidder number 2503. I love this guy. He's got two numbers. Bidder number 2305. Bidder number 2306. Give him a round of applause for what he's done tonight. Thank you for being here. Bidder number 2109. Give them a round of applause for being here tonight. Bidder number 0304. Give her a round of applause for being here tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyone else at 8,000 Hong Kong dollars? Bidder number 3902. He is smiling across the room. We're raising money. We are putting people through the Transform program. Bidder number 3908. Thank you for coming tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to tell you this. If you raised your bid number, we have you. If you've raised your bid number, there's nothing left for you to do. But for those of you that wanted to give anonymously or at a dollar amount that I didn't give you an opportunity to give at, maybe it is 5,000 Hong Kong, maybe it's 1,000 Hong Kong, maybe it's 500,000 Hong Kong. If you wanted to give anonymously or at a higher amount or a lower amount, every dollar tonight is equally appreciated, and every dollar tonight will make a difference. So at this time, in your device, where it says open heart, you're welcome to give anonymously or you're welcome to give at any amount. But if you've raised your bid number and bid card, we wrote you down. There's nothing else to do. But lastly, I want to celebrate with you. I want to praise you. I don't know how much money that was, but that was a ton of money. And thanks to you, friends, you are going to send tons and tons and tons of people through this program. Their lives will be changed forever, and you'll never be able to measure the ripple effect of good that you did. That was incredible. We raised a ton of money. Lives will be changed forever. Give yourselves a round of applause for all the money that you just raised. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Christine, and let's give a round of applause. I'm so proud of these participants. Would you stand up one more time for us? Thank you so much. And I have to tell you, we had a lot of fun preparing for this event. And as we were preparing the videos and hearing their stories, but my heart was especially captured by Colleen, who is Gerlin's daughter. And Colleen is such a joyful, courageous, and inquisitive girl. But growing up without being able to hear, without any specialist teachers, or knowing sign language, I could just see how frustrating and limiting her life might be as she's not able to express herself. Now, every year, ICM reaches into thousands of communities, and thanks to this reach, we are able to find and serve people who are in need of more serious medical attention. Our Medical Mercy Fund provides life-changing surgeries and medical care for children and adults who live in extreme poverty, and this little boy is called Sam. And his cleft palate surgery kept getting delayed due to the pandemic, but because of giving at this banquet last year, his smile lights up his parents' eyes. He can eat and drink without any difficulties. Your generosity also allowed Evangeline to get surgery for goiter on her thyroid. You provided Andre with a life-changing operation to correct his clubfoot. Al-Chris had a motorbike accident that left him with a damaged leg, but your generosity allowed him to recover, and now he can provide for his family. We helped Delma to remove a painful mass. We had Jassiel had surgery for Hirschsprung's disease, and you provided treatment for Jerzon's bone fracture, surgery for Jonathan's eye tumor, Vincent's eye surgery, Ruben's operation, and a cleft palate operation for this little boy Renzo. Just look at that smile. Now, before COVID, ICM was able to help about 200 people per year with life-changing surgeries. That's big. That's 4 people per week. That's week after week, and a life has changed each time. During COVID, our ability to provide surgeries crashed because the hospitals were closed, but the assurance of resources at this banquet means that ICM has been able to make a huge difference since then. And so during the last year of COVID, we were able to provide about 450 surgeries. That's a little over 1 every day, and that's twice the level we were at pre-COVID. But 6 months ago, the hospitals opened up properly, and now we are on track to provide 1,500 surgeries this year. That's 4 every single day, and that's 7 times the pre-COVID levels. So when we met Colleen, she had only ever been to a local health clinic, but they weren't able to help. Her parents couldn't afford further checkups, and they would have never been able to afford hearing aids or implants. There's a complicated cochlear implant surgery, but it's only performed at 1 elite hospital in the entire Philippines. Gerlin told us that she's so afraid that Colleen will not be able to develop friendships or relationships, that she'll never be able to communicate, and that would mean that she would never be able to work, which means that she would have to rely on support from others for her whole life. Just imagine the daily heartache as a mother, knowing that there's nothing you can do to help your daughter. But when we were spending time with the family, I did all I could to try and connect with Colleen, to play games with her, to see which letters she could write. I showed her videos of elephants and lions on safari in Africa, and she has such curiosity. She's hungry for connection and communication. And one afternoon, I was thinking about how I could connect. What could I do for this little girl? And so I picked up a stone from the shoreline where they live, and I drew her a picture to show that she was cared for. She literally jumped for joy. Something so simple meant so much to her. And so then she signed to me that she asked me for the marker, and she drew Mihao and I each our own stone with her name on it, and I have those stones with me tonight here. And so when we knew that her mum was going to be coming to Hong Kong to participate in the event tonight, we reached out to our partners at Matilda Hospital to ask if there was any chance they could help Colleen. And so 2 days ago, Colleen was seen by the doctors and they ran a series of tests. Now, it was pretty overwhelming for her, but she was a trooper. And she has enjoyed time in Hong Kong with her mom and the other ICM visitors too. So different from life back home. Now, we don't have the answers from the doctors yet, but we are seeing what we can do. And Colleen has been allowed to stay up way past her bedtime to see what all the fuss is about. So would you all help me in welcoming Colleen? She's sitting down here. So we are so thankful to our friends at Matilda Hospital for providing expertise that in this case wasn't available in the Philippines. But ICM is able to treat almost every other case that we come across locally in the Philippines and for very, very modest costs. And so tonight, for those of you who are able to support ICM's Medical Mercy Fund, I asked Colleen if she could pick up a few extra pebbles for you too and bring them to Hong Kong. So tonight, if you give to our Medical Mercy Fund, you will have a souvenir to remind you of the children whose lives you will be changing. Thank you so much, Christine.
So at this time, we're going to raise money for a Medical Mercy Fund. And our goal, again, will be a goal of participation. The more money we raise, the more surgeries that can be done. But we're going to ask for you to participate publicly at one level. And that's the 40,000 Hong Kong dollar level. At 40,000 Hong Kong dollars, that will provide 7 to 10 surgeries. And I'm telling you, for most of these people that have a surgery, their life is never the same. They're completely changed. These surgeries make all the difference in the world. So we're going to now give the gift of surgeries to as many people as we possibly can. And again, at 40,000 Hong Kong, that is providing approximately 7 to 10 surgeries. So here we go with the goal of participation. We're excited to share this gift with as many people as we possibly can. Let's get our cards in the air. How many people want to give 40,000 Hong Kong dollars? That's 40,000 Hong Kong dollars. Thank you. That's bidder number 3101. Thank you. Thank you for being here tonight. Carrie, thank you. Bidder number 2209, Carrie, I've known you a long time. I'm grateful. Thank you, Carrie, for helping us out and what you've done tonight. That's bidder number 0104, bidder number 0109. She's holding 2 numbers. She's excited. Give these folks a round of applause for what they're doing tonight. Thank you for making a difference. Thank you for being here tonight. Anyone else at 40,000 Hong Kong dollars? Anyone else? And again, at 40,000, you'll give the gift of 7 to 10 surgeries at 40,000. Anyone else at 40,000? Here's what we're going to do. At this time, we're going to open this up, and what you can do is this. In your device, if you go to Open Heart, we're going to allow you to give at any level. It can be higher, it can be lower. You can give an amount at any level, and what it'll do is whatever you give, you might be giving the amount that will allow 1 surgery. You might be giving an amount that will allow 2 surgeries or 3 surgeries or 5 surgeries. Again, as an example, at 40,000 Hong Kong, that will give the gift of 7 to 10 surgeries. But we want to give everyone the opportunity to give to the Medical Mercy Fund. The more we give, the more surgeries that we can do. So take out your phones, go to Open Heart, where it says Pledge Medical. Every dollar will make a difference, and every dollar is equally appreciated. And money will be raised, and many, many surgeries will be performed. Give yourselves a round of applause for helping with the Medical Mercy Fund. Thank you for making a difference tonight. David.
All right, well, thank you all very, very much. It's just fantastic to see the energy and excitement in this room. We certainly are very, very pleased. You know, over the years, the ICM community has expanded from a dozen families that kind of were around our dining room, and now it's hundreds of supporters and thousands here in Hong Kong and overseas as well. You've brought so many blessings. You've created a massive amount of change. But as we talk with many of you, you tell us of the blessings that you and your families have felt in return. So tonight, we want to celebrate you too.
I was contacted by somebody at my company, Morgan Stanley, and at the end of the meeting, he invited me to attend. In retrospect, it was the first ever banquet of ICM.
Over the years, they've just not only continued to be really informative and an enormous amount of fun, but also a gathering of like-minded people.
It really quite truly blew me away. If these people who are not even Filipino will give this much and be this generous, what about me?
Everything we hear and understand what you're doing encourages us to want to contribute more and be a part of the wonderful work they're doing.
I was so touched by what they were doing. I talked my mom into giving my inheritance to ICM.
I think any of us who have been involved, did get involved, I think we underestimated how much it changes our own lives.
We were fortunate enough to take our families to a number of the VRAP trips, and I tell you, they were absolutely the best.
I always encourage people to bring their children to mission trips because, you know, it's an education that they cannot learn from the classrooms.
That's where we as a family were really impacted. We saw people on the ground.
Just hearing their stories and how they live was just so different from what I've been used to.
You have a heart connection, a feeling that you're connected to these people just because you were there, and they change your perspective so much more than anything you can do for them.
Especially my daughter, I think, just changed her life, just really put her on a path for what matters in life as a young teenage girl at the time.
To see their joy, even compared to someone here back home, it just taught me a lot about choosing joy and about celebrating what you have.
It's been a privilege to be involved with ICM from day one. I think the people are fantastic. I think, the work is fantastic.
Some of the best times of my global travels are with the people of ICM.
Every year when I go out and shoot, that's some of the best time that I have.
Just to be able to connect and relate and have fun.
Kind of formative for my family. So it really was everything I was looking for without really knowing what that was.
For me, it was such a blessing because it gave me perspective.
A woman's home, it couldn't have been bigger than 8 feet by 8 feet. And I think she had 9 children. And I'm a mom of 3 months now. And to think, I have thought often about what it would be like to be a mother in that context. And that's really hard.
I was quite impacted, and I felt very grateful to have left my bubble of Bellevue, Washington, and had a chance to see this, and it just kind of blew my mind.
We knew then that we didn't want to be passive participants, just donating money, but we wanted our family to be involved.
They're really helping me become a better person,
They really want us to feel a part of the family, and I feel that way. Even though we went one time, right? It's really amazing.
I loved how global the ICM community was.
How connected we all are and how it's important that we each play a part, in the mission that we've all been given.
If you were looking at a map of the world now, our community is expanding, ever expanding, but overlapping. And so we always have someone to reach out to in the ICM world.
If you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you go together. And ICM continues to go together.
But the way you do it with such great skill and quality and scale in the Philippines is a special gift to us, the giver, to participate in the work that God is doing. So thank you.
ICM sort of started here in Asia, in Hong Kong. This is where the donors came from, but now we actually speak to donors all over the world. And what a privilege all of you have that you are so close to where we go. When I was Chief Financial Officer in Asia for Morgan Stanley, during the year I served at that, my last year, I traveled round trip between Hong Kong and the Philippines 20 times in 1 year. And because it's just not that far, you know, it's just like the bus. It takes, you know, you take a couple of hours. It's not that much farther than the airport. So before COVID, ICM ran 64 trips in 1 year. That is more than one every week. Now, it all dried up during the days of the lockdowns and the quarantines, but we're all fully open now. And tonight, I want to invite as many of you as possible on a trip to come next year to see for yourself and see what your generosity is achieving. So our ICM, we pride ourselves in taking great care of you. We handle all the details, the flights, the meals, the hotels, the transport. We can help you book a few days vacation before or after. I've done some of the best diving of my life in the Philippines. You can swim with the whale sharks, you can snorkel with the sea turtles, sunset boat rides, gorgeous beaches. But on the ICM side, you connect with our staff and our participants. It's such a blessing. Most of the Filipinos, they speak English, and travel in the country is really safe. And there are details of upcoming trips that are open in your auction booklet. The details of those trips are tentative depending on demand, but we are more than happy, in addition to those pre-scheduled trips, to do a custom itinerary just for you and your group. You can leave Hong Kong on a Friday after work, be back on Sunday night, and never miss a minute of work. Take a long weekend, take a whole week. You joke, it's happened lots. Some of you have traveled with us to the Philippines a decade ago, and you're thinking, I don't need to go back. You're wrong. ICM has changed a lot in the last decade, and you guys want to see what's happening there. Plus, we're operating out of more than a dozen locations in the Philippines. Each of those locations have their own charm. You could go on an ICM's trip at every school break for the next several years, go to a different place every time, never see the same thing twice, and you would not regret it. You'll also notice in the list that we're offering a couple of Vacation with a Purpose week-long trips, Chinese New Year in Dumaguete with whale sharks, or mid-June to the beaches of ICM's newest location in Surigao where the surfing is. That trip is the week after HKS is out of school. Our VWAP trips are kind of legendary. We'll scale them bigger or smaller depending on how many people decide to attend. But if you don't want to do any of that, we also have a chance for you to visit Uganda and Guatemala, where our staff can't wait to meet some of you. In Uganda, you can combine your ICM visit with a safari. Stunning wildlife, very accessible. We know the locals there, and we can get you a high-end safari for a fraction of the cost that most tourists pay. And it is worth a trip from Asia. Guatemala is a beautiful country as well. Extraordinary architecture in Antigua and Mayan ruins in the north. Wherever you go, I can guarantee you that you will have fun, that you will be extremely well taken care of, and your life will be changed. Now, who else can give you those kinds of guarantees? There is, when you take a trip with ICM, we charge you only the hard cost of the trip. There's no profit element for ICM, and you can do a weekend trip from Hong Kong for as little as 4,000 Hong Kong dollars, excluding international airfare. So tonight only, we have a gift for you. We have a donor who's so convinced you should all take a chance to do an ICM trip that they're willing to contribute 2,000 Hong Kong dollars to the trip cost of everyone in this room. And this is how it works. Tonight you buy a voucher, $4,000 face value. It only costs you 2,000 Hong Kong dollars. Then you have 4,000 to spend on your preferred ICM trip. You have to sign up tonight. You can choose to buy one voucher for each member of your family or group of friends. You can decide which trip you want to go on later. Our team will contact you to find the right itinerary. And here's this. If you can't go, we'll refund you what you pay tonight. No risk. To get your vouchers, you head to the Open Hearts app, find the trip section in the menu, and input the number of vouchers you would like. Remember, this is a tonight-only offer. So, Christine, I'm going to let you take it out.
Did you give them the examples? No. Okay. So at this time, this is the last time that I'm going to ask you to participate. This is the last time I'm going to ask you to spend money, because tomorrow I'm going to Cebu, Philippines, and I am so excited to go into those villages, encourage, and be with the ultra poor. But we have to tell you how important this is. We want to invite you to see our work at ICM. We are so proud and excited about what God is doing in the Philippines, Guatemala, Uganda, and we want to invite you to show you the work. Your life will be changed forever. So as Dave said, tonight only, you are going to be given a voucher, and that will come off the cost of your trip. So if you want to go into your phones, we're looking for as much participation as possible. Let's get excited. Let's have people commit. It is fully refundable if you decide not to go, but the voucher is for tonight only. That'll come off the cost of your trip. If you go to Trip in your open heart, go to Trip and sign up for as many vouchers as you possibly can. Let's see as many people commit. You can decide later which country you want to go to. And I'm telling you, we are so excited to show you the work on the ground. We are so excited for you to see, for you to experience, for you to encourage, for you to be with these people. Look at that. That's bidder 1805 at 8 vouchers. That's bidder number 2511. Give them a round of applause at 20 vouchers. Bidder number 2507 at 4 vouchers. Bidder number 2906. Gonna find a trip. That's 8 people gonna go. Bidder number 3910. 2 more people are going. 2301. 4 more people are going. 0402. Who's excited? 4 more people are going to see the work of ICM. 3011. That's 2 people. 2910. Another 4 people. Let's continue with participation. Go to Guatemala. Go to Uganda. Go to the Philippines. Another 4 people. 2910. You're going to have so much fun, as Dave said. We're so excited to show you our work. We're so excited to show you how lives are changing. It is going to be an absolutely incredible time. Get your vouchers tonight. Look at the participation. Bidder number 3401. That's 8 vouchers. Give those people a round of applause. They're excited. They're going on trips. They're going to learn about ICM. So I want to say one final time, in your open heart, if you wanted to give to Transform, anything at 200,000 Hong Kong and above will be matched dollar for dollar. 200,000 Hong Kong, dollar for dollar. At 400,000 Hong Kong, the first 200,000 will be matched. At 80,000 in Transform, that will be matched dollar for dollar. We've got 96 vouchers. Did you see that? Bidder number 0311. That's 96 vouchers. Bidder number 2213. That's 5 vouchers. We've got another 8 vouchers. Bidder number 3909. That is what I call participation. Give those people a round of applause. They're going to see the work on the ground. They're going to be changed forever. We're so excited at ICM to show them what we're doing. So one final time, if you wanted to give to Transform, every dollar makes a difference. If you wanted to give to Medical Mercy, every dollar makes a difference. And if you want to go on a trip, bidder number 202701 at 10 vouchers. Give those people a round of applause. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You can continue to give on behalf of International Care Ministries. God's richest blessings to every one of you. We're so thankful that you're here tonight. We're so grateful that you learned more about ICM. Give yourselves a round of applause for what we did tonight. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Louise, take it away.
Thank you, Christine. And let me just echo Dave and Christine's thanks to all of you. We look forward so much to welcoming you in the Philippines, in Guatemala, and in Uganda very soon. Now it is time for dessert. Your long-awaited desserts are coming out, and that means that we only have 10 minutes left on our last lots of the silent auction. So I'll be back up here in 10 minutes to run us through who is winning those items. But enjoy your dessert, and I'll be back in 10 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just over a minute left on those remaining silent auction items. So now is the time, as you're taking your photos, open up the Open Heart app and let's count them down. We've got Jeff, you're about to get the photo. Got some anonymous bidders getting some beautiful artwork. Richard at the Manami Resort. Let's see. James, you might be going to Beaver Creek. Who's gonna get outbid? Who's gonna pit you at the post? Okay, let's see that timer, that countdown. 50 seconds remaining. Still have some fantastic things that you can bid on tonight. Some great experiences, some beautiful jewelry. Oh, the Audemars Piguet vintage watch, I had my eye on that one. Let's see, Angela, if you can keep it. We're so grateful for all of the pledges. All right, let's count it down. We've got 20 seconds left. If you have to choose between your dessert and your bid, choose your bid. All right, here we go. Richard, you're about to win. Brett's about to win. Here we go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is it. We are done. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see who won. All right, we've got 2 anonymous winners on our artwork tonight. Thank you so much. I hope it looks absolutely beautiful in your home. Vivian, you got the letters from a lost notebook. Congratulations, Vivian. Thank you so much. Christopher, you are going to Scottsdale, Arizona. Congratulations. And Daniel, you want to stay at the East Hotel, Hong Kong. Thank you so, so much. And anonymous bidder, you won that beautiful Cacneo painting. Joyce, you got the happy place. Someone came up to me and said, that's why it's called my happy place. And that's an absolutely beautiful sculpture. Gretchen, you got November Thought. Thank you so much. Daniel, you got that awesome Maximus sculpture. Thank you. G, you won Solitude. Stephen, you won that amazing triptych. That's going to be stunning wherever it hangs. Robert, you got Sunrise. Congratulations. R, you got The Man in Black. Another Louise, you got Abundant Love by Naomi Banal. Thank you so much. We've got anonymous bidders on Fullness of Blooms. Thank you so much. Gretchen, hey, you got my husband's photo. Thank you, Gretchen. And anonymous bidders here on the artwork. Cynthia, you're going to Amanpulo. I hope you have a fantastic trip. Pam, you got the Crimson Resort and Spa. Dragon's Back, wow, you're going all the way to Virginia. Thank you so much. James, you got Beaver Creek. Thank you so much. Judith, you got the 30,000 Shangri-La Circle Points. Jan, you won the Hong Kong Sevens. Have fun. Michael, you got This Music Studio. Anne, you got the Tasting Menu. Anonymous bidders, and Melody, you got Red Doors Studio. Congratulations. Thank you so much. And some beautiful jewelry. Yes, Angela, you got the watch. It's absolutely beautiful. I hope it looks great on your wrist. And we've got some anonymous bidders on our jewelry. Olivia, Shanghai Tang Crane necklace. Alvin, you got that beautiful bracelet. Thank you, Alvin. Albert, you got a lovely peridot necklace. And Joseph Ho, you got the Dom Perignon. Enjoy. Loretta, the Hermes shawl. Thank you so much. Brett, you got the Infants Paintable set. Anonymous bidders on some of these items, so thank you so, so much. Robin, you got the Hermes tie. Tim, you got Susanna Chu dress. All right, and that is that. Thank you so much. Congratulations to all the winners. We are so grateful. And now the vital information. How can you pay for them and how can you pick them up? So all of your pledges have been entered into your Open Heart system, and you should have received an SMS confirming your pledge. If something looks wrong, just get in touch and let us know. So you can click onto the payment link in the Open Heart system, and you'll find it here. And we have a few different options for tax receipts. And if you would like to pick up your auction item tonight, you can do that. Just please pay for it first, and our finance team are ready to help you out. So that is all from us. Thank you once again. We look forward to seeing many of you on trips, and next year will be our 20th Hong Kong Banquet, so we'll see you there. And I will leave you with a video which is recapping tonight's highlights. So thank you very much, and good night. made this video and highlighted it. I don't know if anyone's going to see it.
But tonight, in just a few minutes, we're going to serve dinner, and we're going to give you a whole entire hour to talk to your guests at your table. Couldn't be more excited to be with you tonight.
At ICM, we believe that hope is the key. Hope is the vital ingredient that unlocks the potential for change.